Howdy there, folks. I'm Quinn of Snazzy Labs, and there's not a single day that passes by where people don't say, Quinn, will you please do a What's on My iPhone? And I honestly don't see what's that interesting about the apps on my iPhone. But, as Abraham Lincoln has said, all right, let's do it. Alrighty, so this is my iPhone. I have the 128 gigabyte silver iPhone 6 Plus. It was not the primary color of choice. However, since it was the only one my AT&T store had in stock, it was the one that I purchased. Now, my phone, really in honesty, is quite simple. I'm not one to modify a lot of the settings or what have you on the device. On Android, I love to customize the crap out of it, but iOS comes in such a vanilla fashion that I just kind of leave it the way it is and deal with it. So it's not very pretty. There's not great organization features. I do have quite a good looking lock screen, which I'm pretty proud of. It's of a train track. No, I did not take this picture. I found it online. The link is in the description if you want to download it as well. And we can enter the phone with Touch ID and see what Snazzy has on his actual device. So unlike many people, I do have FaceTime on the home screen, and that's because I use FaceTime a lot. Not for the video function, but because of FaceTime audio. FaceTime audio, if you have not tried it, is absolutely superior in every fashion to the quality of sound that you get through the actual phone app and through your mobile carriers. Obviously, if you are on a VoLTE approved or VoLTE enabled network, then you will receive a significantly improved volume and quality through the phone app. However, with the FaceTime app, I use it because AT&T sucks over the cellular connection in terms of audio fidelity and quality. It's terrible to talk on the phone. So I use FaceTime audio a lot, and that's why it's there. And it's one of the first apps on my menu bar. Now, the next app is my calendar app, which is Calendars 5. This is $6.99 from the App Store, and it's a great little app. I've downloaded it because I wanted a more powerful calendar than the stock calendar, especially because the new iOS 7, it gets rid of like the month view. It sucks, okay? And I like looking at my stuff in a monthly view because honestly, I don't put a lot of stuff in my calendar. I have a notepad actually and a task list of stuff that I need to keep on the books. So these are just appointments and stuff like that I need to remember, homework assignments and all that stuff. Rather than putting the due date in my calendar itself, I have a to-do list, which is well preferred. I there have my Photos app that has my camera roll and my iCloud preferences, and then I have here a photography folder. Now, I do love photography on the iPhone 6 Plus because the photography is amazing. Now, optical image stabilization, I have to say, is remarkable. Let me pull up a video here, if I can find it, of my sister's violin recital. Where is it? And I want to show you this example because it's phenomenal. I was shaking like a dog during this thing. I have rotation lock on. I was shaking like a dog during this thing. I mean, I was all over the place. I had shaky hands. I was holding it like this, and it was just so jittery. And you don't see the optical image stabilization in action until after the fact. So I was like, man, this does not work. It is jittery as heck. And in the finished product, I mean, it looks like it was mounted on a tripod. It's just phenomenal how smooth the camera is. You can see little bumps, but it is really, really nice. And I'm a big fan and supporter. I don't know how the digital image stabilization on the regular iPhone 6 holds up, but boy, am I a fan of OIS on the iPhone 6 Plus. Now, so I use the camera app quite a bit, and I've nestled it into this folder because I usually just go in here to do post-shooting stuff. When I want to shoot photos, I just use the stock camera app, which I access by launching Notification Center from anywhere that I am, or from the lock screen, which is usually where I launch the camera app. Cameras like Camera Plus have really, really nice abilities to shoot with separate settings. You can choose the ISO settings. You can change the aperture settings, which is great. But most of the time, I don't really need that, and the stock camera app is sufficient, especially because I'm not doing professional photography. I mean, you can get really great shots out of the iPhone, but when I want a really great shot, I use a really great camera. So there you go. I have hyperlapse that I don't use often. Pomelo is... it's a decent little app. It's actually, that's a Spanish word. Grapefruit. Pomelo. Oh, yo quiero un pomelo. And it's fine. ViscoCam is kind of like a standard in the photography industry. I like it. I'm not in love with it, but I like it a lot. Photoshop Express, don't really use. I have it there just because. Afterlight, I do like quite a bit, and I do like the filters that are on Afterlight. On a lot of these other apps, I really hate the filters that exist. I actually usually just use the stock Instagram filters because I find them to be the least harsh. Like, I don't want that stupid flare vintage crap. No, I just want a soft filter and call it good. And that's what Afterlight allows me to do pretty well. And then I do diptych for all of my collage-based photos that I do, which are not many, but sometimes it comes in handy. The next folder is entertainment, and this is where things get boring because I just have what everyone else has. I have the regular YouTube app, I have the Netflix app, and of course I have the Plex app to watch my media from my media server and from media servers of friends. Now, this is called Jasmine. It's a free app in the App Store, and it is a YouTube app replacement. You can even sign in, comment, and like videos from here, and I like it a lot because it's just way more seamless. You can get quick access to your subscriptions, the latest videos. You're good to go. You don't have any of the problems and the BS of YouTube. And what's even better is when you're over a wireless network with Jasmine, you can select the video quality, whereas on YouTube, they limit you to like 480p, I think, which is total garbage. So the Jasmine app is great. I mean, if you're not a fan of the YouTube app, which I honestly am not, especially considering that it looks horrendous, absolutely horrible in the new iOS 8 with the iPhone 6, then it's a great way to do things. You don't have ads either, which is bad for me, but good. You have to watch my videos through the YouTube app. Everyone else, Jasmine. I'm just kidding. All right. Now, I also have the Pocket Cast app, which I haven't set up. Historically, I'm a huge podcast fan, and I just haven't gotten back into the gang. But Pocket Cast has been my longtime favorite podcasting app. I listen to podcasts from twit.tv, 5by5, etc. And I really like podcasts, and thus I have a podcast app that I'm going to set up in the next couple of days. Maps, I don't really use that often because my city is incredibly easy to navigate. The App Store, everyone has that there. I don't really know why I have it on the home screen. I guess I access it, enough to be worthy of not being nestled in a folder, but it's not an everyday thing. 7-minute workout challenge is something that I've downloaded, but I haven't tried it. I bought it, I think it was $1.99. I bought it like 5 days ago, and I wanted to start right then, but I haven't done it. I have lost a significant amount of weight, as you might have been able to see, and I've done it basically just by eating healthier. So I haven't been like really exercising, and that's bad. I got to get back into it. So I downloaded that to motivate me, and it just makes me feel bad every time I look at it, having not exercised. But I will start. We'll start together. The next folder is Cloud Babies. These are all of the cloud apps that I use, and they're not many. I use Copy instead of Dropbox. Copy gives you 15 gigs free of storage, and a lot of people have used my referral link, and so thus I have quite a bit more storage. If you want to sign up for Copy today, you can use my link below, and you'll get 20 gigs free, which is great. If not, who cares? I don't really care. Anyway, I have the Cloud App Viewer because I do use a Cloud App, cl.ly. This is usually what I use to show high-quality photos on Twitter and on Facebook. Mostly on Twitter, because on Twitter you can't show a really high-fidelity image with pic.twitter.com. They downscale it significantly. So Cloud App is it's kind of my web service that I use my cloud storage to share all of my media. I don't really store anything of importance on there. This little blog thing you may be wondering is my Squarespace blog. Obviously, my website is, it's not even set up. I don't use it often. I use it a lot on my iPad, but mostly I just type out blog articles on the computer. Anyway, this is, has statistics and a couple of other things there. My Squarespace website my website, snazzylabs.com, is a Squarespace website. You can go check it out. You can see that my website is beautiful, and thus Squarespace does not look, like other, app builders or site builders. I pay for Squarespace. They have a great student discount. I think it's like $60 or $70 a year. You should check it out, especially if you're a student, because if you have a .edu address, then they just give you super cheap. So that's what I'm using, and I like it a lot. Good Barber is the way and the manner in which I send notifications through my app. So, I have automatic app updates or notifications to come in for new blog posts and videos, but sometimes I'll say something funny or make a joke, through my official app, and that's the app that I use to send push notifications. 1Password obviously is the localized 1Password. I love 1Password. I use it a lot on my Mac and on my computer, and I love the functionality that exists inside of iOS. It's incredible. For example, I can jump into here. I can go to google.com. Let's go. Google.com. And I'm on the mobile site right now, so it's kind of hard to display that. Let's switch the account. All right, so let's add an account to this section. And right now I'm prompted to type in my password and all that stuff. Well, if I push the share button, I can toggle over, and I had it enabled. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I can toggle over to the 1Password button. I put my thumbprint on the top. Actually, no, I have to enter my master password because I haven't unlocked it since I rebooted it this morning. Once you have it unlocked once, you can have it go for 30 days without asking for your hard-coded password again. You just use Touch ID to use your fingerprint. But it'll fill in all of my password information in a jiffy, and I love it. It's amazing. 1Password is kind of expensive. I think it's $50 for the Mac, but well worth it. It has Windows compatibility too. I mean, it's a lifesaver. I don't know a single password of mine. I really don't know. You could hold me at gunpoint and say, "What's your YouTube password? I'll kill you." And I'm like, I don't know, because I really don't know it. It was generated and managed by 1Password, and for that, I love it very much. All right. So that's all in Cloud Babies. Oh, the last one is an app that it looks horrible. It's a horrible looking app, but it's pretty cool. Harakiri Mail, I don't know how to say that. Anyway, you jump in here and you can generate a temporary email address. So I could say like YYYT, all right? Now this becomes an actual email. So it's YYYT@harakatimail.com. And so when I go to a bogus website that I don't really want to sign up for, like I don't want to give them my real email, etc., but at the same time, like I don't want to put in a bogus email because you always get slammed. I usually type in a bogus email for like trial websites and stuff. And then at the end, they're like, "Please confirm your email." And you're like, crap, because I just made that email up. So this allows you to get temporary access to a mailbox for 24 hours. And then after 24 hours, the mailbox just kills itself. So it's great if you need to hit like a quick confirmation link. And it's just a temporary email that can be generated. I really like it. It's a cool app. Anyway, we'll go into the games folder. I'm not a big gamer, I got to be honest. I only got a handful of games on here. And the games that I do like are arcade styled. I'm not a big like RPG, the Infinity Blade. Like I appreciate the graphics, but I don't like the games themselves. And so I have the Pumped BMX series. I really liked that series. I actually just bought Pumped 2 today. I haven't even played a single level, but I love Pumped BMX. I have been using that for a couple weeks, and I decided to buy the sequel. It's a couple dollars. It's like $2.99. It's kind of expensive actually for an iPhone game, but it's pretty good. I like Orbitum. I did a review on this a couple of months ago in my top 5 games you've never heard of. I really like Rival Knights. I don't know why jousting is so fun to me, but it is. I really like it. And I've been playing this like crazy. If you're on Game Center, hit me up, Snazzy Q, and we will rival ourselves to the end of the night. Get it? Yeah, I got Geometry Dash. I really suck at that game, which is ironic because I'm a musician. I'm actually a drummer, so I'm really good at counting, and it's to the beat of the music, so I should be good theoretically, but I'm not. Leo's Fortune, I really, really like this game. It remains one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. I bought it on my iPad, and since I beat the game, I haven't really gone back to play. Maybe they have added additional levels. I don't know. But since I beat it, I just really haven't played it. It's there because of how graphically beautiful it is. So when people say, "Oh, is that a 6+?" And I say, "Why, yes, it is." And they say, "Is it bent yet?" And I say, "Why, no, it's not." They say, "Oh, well, can I see it?" And then I launch that game, and they're always like, "Oh, the screen's so beautiful." Anyway, yeah. Amazing Brick. It's a game I downloaded the other day. I actually haven't even played it. Bicolor is a classic that I really like. It's a great puzzle game. It's pretty fast. Asphalt 8, don't really play it, but it's got nice graphics. Same goes with Modern Combat 3 and BB Racing. And then Pirates, I got it because it was free, and I honestly haven't even opened it. So shame on me. But that's my games. I'm not a big gamer. You got the settings. You got Sleep Cycle. I'm a big fan of Sleep Cycle because I'm not a great morning person, let's be honest. And when that alarm goes off in the morning, like, even though you can change the sound on iOS, it just abruptly wakes me up. I'm pissed. I'm just bad. I'm mean all morning. And so Sleep Cycle analyzes your sleeping patterns based upon your movements and can detect when you're most ready to be awake. So you say, "Wake me up at 7:30," and from 7 to 7:30, it will choose the time where you're most restless, and then it will gently wake you up because you're not being woken up from a deep sleep, and it's fantastic. I highly recommend it. I really like the app. I'm really struggling with speaking today. I don't know what's going on, but you'll have to apologize for that one. Really, my mouth is like stuttering. Anyway, that's beside the point. I have a church folder. I am a Mormon, and the LDS Church has fantastic apps for iPhone, and so I've downloaded all of them. The Scriptures hymn book, local directory, and of course the videos that they put out on their YouTube channel every couple days, and they're really, really great. Even if you're not a Mormon, you should definitely check the videos out because they're for everyone. Be you a Christian or atheist, whoever, they're to help us become better people. This is my monies folder where I hold all the things that tell me about my monies. I have Mint to manage all of my accounts. really to just view balances. But yeah, Ally Bank is the bank that I've been with. I've been really, really happy with Ally. I was with Wells Fargo and was getting really sick of them. And I was nervous to move from a brick and mortar bank to an internet or digital bank. And it's just been amazing. I really, really like Ally, and they've been fantastic. Not to mention their APY is fantastic. I'm gaining some crazy interest on my savings account. All things considered, it's a free lunch every month, so that's really, really great. Whereas Wells Fargo, they pay me like 1 penny every year. So Fullscreen, I am a member of the Fullscreen network. As I told you guys when I joined, you probably wouldn't see many changes to my content, and thus far that's been absolutely true. So, it's there just to view my statistics from my YouTube channel. The same goes for the Studio app. I reply to comments and a couple of things from there. And then the iTunes Connect app that I use to view statistics and all that stuff for my Snazzy Labs app. I use Clear quite a bit to use as a to-do list. I use it for school and other recreational things. I actually use it as a daily checklist. I'm one of those old people that rather than have like events in my calendar, I have a checklist that I use every day, and I go through and check all the things I need to do, be it videos, assignments, what have you. It's great, and I really like it. And, it's not the most functional perhaps, but it's really pretty and it works well, and I know it well, so it's great. And they have a really cool notification center widget too, so that's good. I currently have completed all my tasks for the day. Oh, yeah. So that's good. Snazzy Labs is, of course, my app. It's not updated nor optimized for iOS 8, but it looks really, really great on the iPhone 6 and on the iPhone 6 Plus. I'm going to get around to updating it soon, I promise. As you can see, there are advertisements in there. They're there just because this app cost me about $60 a month to host. All of this stuff is based on a server. It's not actually, this is just like a web app. And it looks really great and functions quite well, but since it's on the web, I have to pay for hosting, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, I do have ads in there. I enabled them yesterday. And in the next couple of days, there will be an in-app purchase for $1 just to disable them if that's not something you want, blah, blah, blah. All right, here we have the Canvas app. This is what my university uses. Well, not really. Some university professors use it to deliver assignments and to do practice tests and all that stuff. So I use that quite a bit. And it actually is a remarkably good app considering it's like a college it's because university stuff usually sucks. And it's actually a third-party instructor. But it's really great, and I like it. Only half of my courses show up, which is kind of annoying. But anyway, it's good fun. Appy Geek is something that I found the other day, and I really, really like it. Historically, I've been using Flipboard as a news reader, but I've moved to Appy Geek because it literally is just about technology. So you get some of the greatest RSS feeds around, and it's great for news headlines. I don't have to go to one website or the other, or to use an independent RSS reader and add all the sites I like. It just pulls in the most viewed and the most liked articles from all the popular tech blogs, and I really, really like it a lot. You should check it out. It's free. Facebook, the worst app ever made, ever! But I use it still because that's how I connect with my real friends, my friends IRL, and then also for my Snazzy Labs Facebook page, which you should like if you haven't already. Instagram, this is a pretty fun app that I love Instagram. I use this thing every day. So that's good. I follow some YouTube celebrities. I follow some non-YouTube celebrities. I follow mostly real friends, honestly. And so that's what I use my Instagram for. That's weird. The last 2 hours have been none of my real friends. Nope, still nothing. Nope, still nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing. Oh, there we go. There's one. I promise you, I follow lots of my real friends on here. So yeah, anywho, that's my Instagram. Love my Instagram. If you're not following me, I like to think that I take pretty good pictures. So you should check me out at instagram.com/snazzyq or at snazzyq. There we go. All right. There's the phone app. Again, I don't really use the phone app that much. I have my messages app down here. I have my Google Voice number, which I use a lot, mostly for business-related matters and for when I sell stuff on local classifieds. Which, by the way, I'm selling my HTC One M8. If you're interested, it's $450, so don't be interested. My mailbox, which is actually Mailbox, I don't like. Actually, that's a lie. I really like iOS 8, the stock iOS 8 mail app. It's really great, but I hate the desktop version, both on Yosemite and as well on what's the other one? Mavericks. So I'm using Mailbox, and that's multi-platform, and it's great. I like it. I mean, there's a few things that I don't like. It's kind of doesn't play nicely. I mean, it plays nicely with IMAP, but if you ever want to leave Mailbox, it's a disaster, because they don't organize stuff in, the situation that a normal iMac client does. So it's kind of a pain, but I like it so far, and it's free, so who cares? Rdio is my music service of choice thus far. It's $10 a month, and I can get pretty much anything I want, which is good. I am moving, I think, to Deezer in the next couple of months because they're offering lossless audio streaming, which is awesome. And I've been waiting that for a long, long time. But Rdio is my favorite because, and people ask me this all the time, they say, why don't you use Spotify or Beats Music, etc. The reason I use Rdio is because the other platforms are really great for discovery. But Rdio is great because it's more of a library. It's a traditional library setup. So rather than say, hey, recommend me this or play this station, I just say, I know what I like, give me a library, and that's what I want on demand all the time. And so that's what Rdio does, and I really like it. And the audio quality is just as good as Spotify and a little bit better than Beats Music. So it's great. Snapchat is an app that I use only for my friends. Everyone has Snapchat. Everyone knows what it is. I don't need to explain. But anyway, that's what I use for my friends in real life too. That's actually the main way of communication now. All my friends are moving from from Facebook to Instagram and Snapchat. And Snapchat is really, honestly, the preferred method amongst my friends. I'm not really a huge fan of it. I'm not a Snapchat convert, but I like it. It's fun. Here's my folder called Basura. This is a bunch of stuff that I don't really ever use, or if I use it, I don't want to put it in a nice folder because it doesn't deserve a nice folder. Amongst those would be the worst app ever made by mankind, which is the Facebook Messenger app. SwiftKey, which I have installed but I don't have enabled. I'm actually just using the stock iOS 8 keyboard again, and I really like it. iMovie, which I use once in like a year. Amazon app, which I use too often, but I've put it in the garbage folder to convince me that it's not worth opening every day to buy stuff. It's not yielding successful so far. The eBay app is the same. This is the GIF keyboard. This is really high in the free app, so you've probably already seen it, but it's kind of a ridiculous thing. Let me open a blank messages page so I can, yeah. Okay, so right here, I'm down in my messages app. I have my keyboard, and if I select the globe, and then the globe, and then the globe, this keyboard pops up, and you can go through and see a bunch of GIFs that are animated. They're pretty funny, and there's a bunch of categories here as well, so I can choose disgusted, and there's a bunch of them. If you choose one you like, then you can paste it into the message, and it sends as a multimedia message to non-iPhone users or to iPhone users as an iMessage. It's a lot of fun. I've been using it just kind of joke around with my friends, and you should check it out. It's free. It's not a great keyboard. It's kind of slow and buggy, but it works. There's the Yahoo Weather app, which I've downloaded solely for the purpose of the notification center widget because it's pretty. But I heard there's a new one that supports radar, so I'm definitely going to be switching to that in the next couple of days. iZip is what I use when I download something from my cloud services like Copy and all that other stuff, and I need to unzip it. So it's pretty nice because it has iOS 8 integration, so I can download something from my Copy folder, and then I can go into my iZip folder. Actually, from Copy, I can just say send to iZip, and then iZip automatically unarchives it, and I can look at all the files and send them to other apps from there. I can't believe zip files are not natively supported in iOS 8. It's kind of beyond me, but that's the way it is. KSL Classifieds is another great app that I use because I live in Utah. KSL Classifieds is, they're online classifieds for Utah, Colorado, Nevada, Arizona, and surrounding borders. We don't really use, no one uses Craigslist around here. I know Craigslist is like a big deal everywhere else, but literally nobody uses Craigslist because KSL Classifieds is much better. You don't get raped. There's video support. There's photo support. Summer. You can advertise your ad. It's just fantastic. Anyway, it's owned by a local news network. And that's it in my Basura folder. In my other folder is Crapple, and this is just all the stuff from Apple that I don't want to ever see, especially the stupid tips app for iOS 8. Oh my gosh. As if we didn't need like more icons. They're like, hey, you know how everybody has owned an iPhone for like 20 years? Yeah. Okay, well, let's put a tip in there. It's just so annoying. I'm sure it helps us some people, but it just makes me mad. At least, Apple, please, in the next update, allow us to go into the settings and disable that crap because we don't want it. It's garbage. Anywho, that's completely my iPhone. That's all I got for you. I'm Quinn of Snazzy Labs. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please thumbs up. If you didn't like this video or you thought that I stuttered every second, which I did, thumbs down. Actually, please don't do that. And then that's pretty much it from here. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, rate, comment. I hope you get that 23 minutes of your life back. And as always, stay snazzy. See you later, folks.